Hello YouTube, I'm TychoCelchuuu, the man with the voice slightly less annoying than Von Ivan's, and we have a CoH2 match right now between Von Ivan playing as the Germans and quick teching straight. I don't know why I say quick. I think quick teching has just replaced teching in my vocabulary because it's just my go-to thing when I should just say teching 99% of the time. Building a tier 1 or a tier 0, 1, 2. It's a tier... He built an infantry company with his pioneers. He's playing as the austere versus the Americans, who don't build any buildings because they're Americans. In America, we don't build buildings, we simply reappropriate them from whoever was here before us. And whoa, they both pit their doctrines. We didn't even have time to look at the doctrines. This is simultaneously being live streamed on Twitch. We're watching it. We're watching a live game. There's tank traps going up. So much stuff, so many things, so much fruitful things to talk about. We have an MG first. What's going to go on? We have recon support. Wow, this is the Greyhound one, so we're going to get quick Greyhound, I'm suspecting. That's the plan, and then Jaeger infantry. Boring. No big tank at the end. My view on doctrines is that if there's not a big tank at the end, you can go fuck yourself. It's sort of like going on a date and then there's no like fucking making out or anything at the end. Why even bother? Why even bother? Just a waste of money. Please don't buy doctrines, by the way. If you actually spend money on doctrines, you're ruining the game. You're ruining the game. It's like loot boxes in Battlefront. Everyone hates those, right? Here's the MG. First MG engagement with some rear echelons hitting them from the side, so no green cover, so immediate suppression, and they're going to have to pull back or retreat. Or just sit there to be bait. Yep, they're sitting there to be bait. Did I just get Steam messaged? Who Steam messaged me? I must have been. I'm not watching somebody's stream. Somebody's sending me Steam messages. Can I check these? Oh, it's Kaliyama. Anyone remember Kaliyama? Probably not. He was not. He's not a CoH2 guy. Nobody in my stream will remember. Maybe Kaliyama's in my stream. So that was a good attempted flank by the riflemen, but joke's on you. Von Ivan saw it coming, and that collapsed immediately. So great first engagement by the Germans. Fairly good map control. They've got the fuel, whereas CJ Citizen is just now making it to the fuel. But we do have 2 VPs kept for the Americans versus, shut up, Steam, versus 1 for the Germans. So maybe the plan for the Americans is to cap the VPs and win before the German even knows what's going on. Do you like that? That's my Von Ivan voice. Twitch chat says, Crossing in the Woods. Sounds like a self-help book for lumberjacks building a road, says some bloke. Classic some bloke. Am Sanzana says, even 1v1 Maxim camping in the woods is possible. I'm not sure exactly what that's a reference to, but it's a mortar out for the US. So you see a MG first, and whoa, look at this. This is going to be bad if a fucking shell lands on him. Oh god. I don't even... This could get... Are you ready? Here it goes. Okay, well... Not very exciting. If this was Assault Squad 2, they'd all be dead. But yeah, so, you know, as first mortar shells go, actually, that was relatively good. It landed on somebody rather than just alerting the Germans that it was there, and then they fuck off. But, yeah, American was probably hoping for something a little bit more out of that. The MG first did get them a mortar first. Not mortar first, mortar after 3 riflemen, but this will be sort of effective versus any German crew weapons. But I think the American is going to be sorely feeling the lack of on-map presence, because now the Germans are starting to cap every goddamn thing, and it's looking not so great. Some bloke 8895. Why am I reading the numbers after some bloke's name, by the way? Some bloke is just saying, this map reminds me of the right-hand side of CoH's Hill 331. Yeah, now that I think about it, that makes a lot of sense. I have relatively limited understanding of CoH's team maps, but I do remember watching Tales of Heroes, and maybe I'm thinking McGeckin's War, actually. Hill 331, I think I remember. And, you know, it was kind of green and brown and had some water, I guess. Anything else in Twitch chat? Doesn't look like it. So we have, I love it. I always get tickled when the map is split like this, sort of right down the center road. That's the less common split you usually see. Everyone controls that side and that side, sort of down the east-west thing. Oh, we have a counter mortar. This is what happens when Tycho doesn't pay attention to what people are building. We also have an ambulance out. I did pay attention to that. I just simply neglected to mention it. right now. Sorry for not letting you see that mortar retreat. I was looking away when I really should have just kept the camera on that the entire time. But the lesson here is now the Americans know there's a mortar about. The mortar has been pushed back to the base, which is relatively close by, all things told, and the flamethrowers are going to own everybody if they stay in cover. Fire your shell. Go, little mortar. Ooh, it could hit the Grenadiers because they're coming up where the Pioneers used to be. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Too much scatter. Too bad. Yeah, so incoming time to Greyhound, we have 4 CPs and more like 3 CPs and 15 fuel and some manpower, but it's not a very expensive manpower thing in the first place, so I wouldn't worry about that, especially now that we have an ambulance, a ambulance to keep some people up in tippy-top shape, and the Americans doing pretty good in terms of map control. They've got 1.5 fuels, which is really hard to argue with. Fun, I've been going for this cutoff, but this is no. Why are you doing this, Fun Ivan? This is it's going to cut off all of a strategic point, and you're going to lose a lot of people for it because there's a mortar here just shelling you the whole time. He realizes that's not happening, so he pulls back. Good readjustment, and also good sending these 2 Grenadiers over here. They'll catch those riflemen. We'll see how that fight goes. If they catch them in the red cover, that could get actually kind of ugly. If the Grenadiers, get caught in the red cover. But the riflemen are running away, so they don't get any shots off, and it looks like they're just... Oh, it's because they got shift clicked over to that strategic point. Makes a lot of sense. Unfortunate for the Americans. Could have got some good shots in on those Grenadiers. Instead, it looks like they'll probably get flanked and killed. I'll keep this... Look! Oh, look how amazing I am. Well, I should go over there, by the way. I had selected this Grenadier squad so that when we looked away, if they launched a rifle grenade, we'd see it. And I was right. They launched a rifle grenade. Tycho correctly predicted that. Better than the Americans, by the way. I would have had my riflemen moving already. And I wouldn't have been owned by that rifle grenade. So what I'm saying is basically I'm good enough to be fighting von Ivan. Which is kind of ironic because I actually did get matched up against von Ivan back a while ago. And he very predictably kicked my butt. Like, no challenge at all. He demolished me in ways that I don't think I've been demolished before. I've been demolished since. So there's that. What is Twitch chat talking about? Terrible maps. Great. So we have a lieutenant out that's helping the... When you build a lieutenant, do you get CPs? I don't actually know. Because you usually get CPs when you tech up, but I don't know if building a guy counts as teching up. If anyone in Twitch chat wants to answer that, head scratcher. I'd be eternally in your debt, but I'd forget I'm in your debt, so it's sort of like I'm not in your debt, because if I forget it, it doesn't count. That's, I'm pretty sure, how it works. And we have the Germans. They have both control of both. Jeez, a lot of this stuff just fucking got upgraded. Use the Jaeger command squad, motherfucker. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about all of a sudden. Both fuels are in control of the Germans, which is good. The Jaeger command squad has been called in, which is strange. And some car tires just screeched outside my window. I don't know if my microphone picked that up, but my ears certainly did. I thought a fucking Stuka was dive bombing me for a moment. That was terrifying. I definitely peed myself, if that's what you're curious about. How far are we from the Greyhound? 2 CPs and a bit of manpower. Fucking bars and green cover can take out a machine gun if you're ever curious about that. And so we have bars on the riflemen. That's something to keep track of. Oh, guess what? IR Pathfinders, Jaeger Command Squad, the fight of the century, the thriller and vanilla. Can't wait to see these 2 squads of people shoot at each other with their weird-ass rifles. They have the same icon. Does it make sense that they have the same icon? No, they should have different icons. That's my stance, but they have the same icon, so that's how this video game works. And so that means I'm excited to see them shoot at each other. They're both weird-ass infantry squads with cool icons that both have plus signs on them. Do you think that's a coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence. They're eternally linked. They're linked via strange magics, the likes of which it is difficult for me to even discuss. Charging across red cover, tough proposition, take a loss, and a lot of health bar. What the fuck is going on? My computer paused for a sec, but certainly the United States is getting a lot of positions. The fight is happening, the dream, guys, it's the dream! These guys are fucking it up, but it's the dream. I would say decisive advantage to the Germans. Who's winning? What's the German gonna do for AT? Because we don't have tier 2 yet, which means we don't have AT guns. We do of course have Fausts, And I think these guys can maybe throw AT rifle grenades too, but anyways, we're a CP away and 0 manpower away and 0 fuel away from the Greyhound. We're so close to the Greyhound. Some bloke says, yes, you get CPs when you get a lieutenant. CP being complete prick. Oh, well, that's a good joke, but not helpful in terms of telling me what I want to know. Teching did not gain CP, only building is, says AM Sinzana. Thank you, that's what I want to know. I'm glad we have one helpful person and one funny person in chat. That's a good ratio. Everybody else in chat, you can go fuck off. Luciano says Jaeger squad is smoke, Faust, and rifle name. Good, that's more or less what I thought. I was thinking their Faust was some sort of rifle attached Faust, but no, it's just a normal Faust. And that's a squad down, so that's actually a big deal, but now we have the Greyhound. So it all bounces out, but guess what? We quick tech to tier 3, so that's interesting. What are we gonna see, a Stu? Stus, I think, are the rage these days. I don't know if the meta is fully Stu-centric, but there's a Faust. I feel like really good players do this all the time. They just fucking Faust something when there's no hope of killing it. And I just I want to know why. What's the why spend those munitions, especially against the U.S. who can just repair themselves? Jesus, second squad down, the rifleman squad down, lieutenant squad down. U.S. player getting pretty sloppy here. This is definitely going to come back and bite him in the ass. I'm making a prediction right now. It's already biting him in the ass. The ass is currently being chewed on 100%. These Pathfinders have 2 kills. These Jaeger command people have 3, so that's cool. Rifleman pushing out for mortar, that's cool. Let's see. 5-man squad, says AM Simsana. Very excited about the Jaeger command thing. CS 23. Many times it's so the vehicle can't chase your retreating squad. That's a good point. Was that really a worry here? Would the Greyhound have finished people off? Maybe. Maybe. Also buys you time. Yeah, it certainly buys you time, but I feel like versus the United States where they just hop out and repair the thing, it's like, how much time do you really need? How much time do you really get? Delaying a light vehicle is really valuable. Delaying it for what? It's already where it needs to be. It was in the middle for another 20 minutes. Whatever. Who would win a strategic light vehicle purchase or a tiny teller mine boy? Exactly. Let's see some teller mines. The thing is, your opponent should be kind of scared to chase you with a light vehicle because hopefully you've laid down mines, right? You never know. Especially since the first couple minutes the vehicle hits are most impactful. Yeah, but the Greyhound was where it needed to be. It's like it was out of the fight for like 5 seconds once this crew hops out. That's what I'm saying. So German doing pretty good map control wise in the face of this Greyhound. Certainly buying enough time to get up to 140 fuel, which means the Stug. Why did I think this was more expensive? This is super cheap. We could have had these like 20 minutes ago. Von Ivan can fucking bust out 2 of these things in a sec. And instead we're building the Panzer IV. So that makes sense. The reason Von Ivan did not build the Stug is because he's building a Panzer IV. And it's a good choice. Good choice. We've lost a Grenadwerfer squad. Where did that happen? I think here. That's the mortar. Grenadwerfer means mortar. I knew that. Tycho did not know that. People talk about teller mines, how much damage they do. The answer is they do all the Greyhound's damage, because that's what just happened. So that's why teller mines are good, and Greyhounds are bad. I'm joking, Greyhounds are not bad, but teller mines are good, guys. Teller mines are really good. Really good. When do we have it? Since when do we have a machine gun? What is this? It's from an airdrop, right? Must have been. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was just built. This is not the airborne doctrine. You don't get a supply drop with it. It comes with stuff. Anyways, the Panzer IV is out, and now the United States player... So this comes with an AT gun, right? And a 51mm. Yeah, so it does come with an AT gun, so that's not a moment too soon, because the Panzer IV is out, and there's not even a Greyhound to deal with that. Grenadwerfer literally means grenade launcher. Means grenade thrower. I don't need to learn German, guys. I already know as much German as I need. I know Danke, and I know Ach, and I know Blitzkrieg. I probably know a lot more German. I've got a lot of German words in my brain somewhere. So here's this thing, and that's the fight now. It's the AT gun versus the Panzer IV. What do we got in terms of anti-tank on the riflemen? Whoops, they just retreated. We've got this thing, the anti-tank rifle grenade, and that's, I guess, it for anti-tank on the American side. We can get some bazookas on that paratrooper squad. But does anybody do that? Does anybody do that? Is that a thing people do? If it is, there's no munitions for it. There's not even munitions for the AT grenade, come to think of it. So it's just a single AT gun versus this fucking tank. Keep in mind, the United States player has yet to tech up to command post, so no AT guns there. All of the AT is going to be these rifle grenades and maybe some more drops, but Jesus, that's an expensive drop. I mean, you get a lot. You get an AT gun and a squad, but I was not expecting it to cost that much. Maybe I was. What was I expecting? Let's go back in time. Amsenza says Fawn wasted MG42. Yeah, somehow that died somewhere. Oh, these guys have bazookas. He upgraded bazookas, of course, it's the weapon racks. So that's actually, bazookas are really good versus Panzer IVs. That plus the AT gun, that thing's fucking dead. That thing's fucking dead. That was, yikes. Yikes. Schweine. I know that in German. That means swimming. Don't correct me. Man, these guys are up to Vet 2 with 2 kills. They've been fucking eating it. Increases squad survivability and weapon control under fire. If only somebody would explain what that meant. What does weapon control under fire mean? If you know what that means from the tooltip, you're like a savant or something. You can read people's. Am Sensata says it also costs munitions. Talking about the drop or talking about the Tommy guns on the paratroopers? There's no Tommy guns. Someone's lying. Oh, these pairs can't get Thompsons. Okay. Ciaz says, I think it's accuracy. Well, it says weapon control under fire. Does that have anything to do with anything, or is that just some person at Relic fucking jacking off, being like, I'm writing fan fiction. I'm writing the lore. The lore says their weapon control under fire increases, when really it's just accuracy, period. Doesn't matter if they're under fire. The drop also costs manpower and munitions. Okay, yeah, Amson's on it. I know that. I hovered over it. See? Wait, no. See? Yes, there you go. Some bloke says, weapon control, being able to hip fire the MG like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Fun fact, Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't know how to shoot guns. He's just an actor, I assume. It's not like he's Keanu Reeves or Charlize Theron or something. Those people could murder you in their sleep. In your sleep and in their... I mean, if you're sleeping, basically anybody can murder you, but Keanu Reeves and Charlize Theron, they could fuck you up. Who saw Atomic Blonde? I like that movie a lot. People were like, it's an alright movie. I thought it was a really good movie. I give it an 85 out of 100. Like it more than John Wick Part 2. Like it more than John Wick Part 1 also. Definitely a fan. The band Health did a cover of Blue Monday, the New Order song for that movie, and I think it's a really good cover. I like Health, I like New Order, I like Blue Monday, I like Charlize Theron, I like Atomic Blonde. It's all a lot of stuff I like. Tycho's got a lot of stuff he likes today. We have two Panzer IVs now. This is, I don't really see how the United States player holds on here. You gotta maybe give a lot of fucking bazookas to a lot of fucking people, but that squad almost just died, so that's what happens with reration lines. If they can make it up to Vet 3, they can get another guy, live for a while. That's at least something that gets explained. Squad size increases the squad size to 5. I know what that means. And improves repairability. Great, good. That's understandable. That's something I can do. This is really bold, by the way, by Von Ivan. We're gonna get a rifle grenade. No, we're not gonna get a rifle grenade. We don't have any munitions. I don't know why I'm hovering over that. I should be hovering over this. No fucking munitions. Just hoping the bazooka and this thing yet to turn around, scared of the other tank. So this is a dilemma, and the United States player really fucked. I mean, they can pick up the bazooka. That's a good drop, but... Oh, actually, no, they can turn it around. Turn it around. Turn that motherfucker around. Turn it around. I mean, I know you're worried about the other Panzer IV, but how the fuck can it be worse than this Panzer IV? Clearly, this is worse than what other Panzer... Okay, quit. The end. I feel like that was salvageable. Had that AT gun just YOLO'd and killed the Panzer IV. Obviously, this is backseat gaming, because there's the other Panzer IV waiting in the wings, but I feel like, you know, you gotta take the risk. You're gonna lose anyways, so you might as well take the risk. Nail this Panzer IV with this AT gun. Do your best. Give it the old college try. RIP, says Luciano CoH. Yes, indeed. Thank you, YouTube, for joining me, and if you're on Twitch, we'll just go to the next match.